We want to turn our attention to likely the top story of the day about a U.S. airman that was shot and killed by police late last week. Of course, Roger Fortson, a 23-year-old.
I am Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Natalie Jackson, with our co-counsel, Attorney Brian Bart. We're very honored that he and his firm will take up this cause for justice with us on behalf of Roger Fortson. You know, he did everything that he did for his family. He was trying to help his family have a better life. His dream, like so many young people who don't come with a silver spoon, was to get his mother a home. So this is heartbreaking on so many levels. We are here at this press conference mainly because we had to correct this narrative.
Disturbance, physical progress. Suspect down.
Within 6 minutes of dispatch receiving a call, Okaloosa County deputies reported shooting 23-year-old Roger Fortson. Fortson, a senior airman in the U.S. Air Force, was assigned to the 4th Special Operations Squadron. He entered active duty in November of 2019. The sheriff's office says a deputy acted in self-defense that Friday afternoon after hearing sounds of a disturbance inside Fortson's apartment. The sheriff's office reports Fortson was allegedly armed with a gun after the deputy identified himself as law enforcement. Listen as dispatch calls reveal how many times deputies believe Fortson was shot.
Multiple gunshot wounds to the chest. Blackmail.
Blackmail, multiple gunshot wounds to the chest.
Gunshot wounds in the chest, 1 exit wound. Contact 6 gunshot wounds.
This narrative that had been put out there, I mean, Roger Fortson was the best America had to offer. He was a patriot. He was fighting for our way of life. He had always wanted to serve in the United States Air Force, and he was living his dream.
Of course, we're also learning more information about the body cam footage that was recently released by Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm Eric Aiden. I'm the Sheriff of Okaloosa County with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office. We are doing what we can to ensure the facts of this case are fully understood. To that end, I've asked the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to handle the criminal investigation that is required under these circumstances. It is important to note that while this is a criminal investigation, no determination has been made as to whether the deputy's actions were justified or not. Here in Okaloosa County, we pride ourselves in our commitment to transparency and accountability.
Shots fired! I'm hit! What? I'm hit! In the car! I was shot through the car! Oh!
What?
Let's go!
Where, right there? Jesse!
But I want to assure you that we are not hiding, covering up, or taking action that would result in a rush to judgment of Mr. Fortson or our deputy. While it might be difficult to see, there are many questions the investigation must answer before we can determine whether the officer's actions were justified. Again, we are committed to the transparency and look forward to FDLE and the State Attorney's report. We are aware of a press release and other comments that falsely state our deputy entered the wrong apartment and imply that they burst through the door into Mr. Fortson's residence. Those statements are inaccurate, as shown on the video that we are about to see. What we do know at this time is that the deputy did announce himself, not once, but twice. Mr. Fortson's comments indicate that he did acknowledge it was law enforcement at the door, and he arrived at the door with a firearm in his hand. The deputy knocked on the correct door. He did not cover the peephole. or otherwise obscure its view in any way.
What's going on? I'm not sure. I just was told to let her know if you guys come back, so I'm gonna give her a quick call. So there was a fight going on or something? I don't know anything about it. Are they fighting or something? Okay. Okay, which one?
Walking by and I was hearing someone yelling, shoot, like right after, but I wasn't sure where it came from. And I didn't want to leave.
Which room is it?
1401. Well, the girlfriend was here when I called. She was like saying that, it sounded like saying real bad.
So 10:04. Okay. We sat there and directed that he was coming to the stadium?
It's not, you're gonna go for the guys.
Yes.
The sheriff's office says a deputy acted in self-defense that Friday afternoon after hearing sounds of a disturbance inside Fortson's apartment.
His girlfriend was on FaceTime with him, so she heard everything. And she talked about how she heard a bang at the door, an aggressive bang. And she talked about how he said, "Who is it?" And he heard no response. He went to the door to look through the peephole, but it was as if somebody was covering up the peephole so he couldn't see out of it. And he kept saying, "Who is it?" And how he went and retrieved his legally registered gun as a gun owner.